I'm going to update you on the Paulk Smart Cart. This is the Smart Woodshop. If you want to get a set of plans to build a smart woodshop for yourself or one of my workbenches, you know what to do. Link in the description of the video down below. The goal is this all works together and fits right in the aisleway. Flip up wheels. I wanted them to do dual duty. I wanted them to roll around the shop and on the job and then roll into the trailer. I came to the realization that I needed to have two different sets of wheels. I've designed another feature that I haven't finished yet. I got these 5-inch wheels. They're rated 550 pounds each, or 2,200 pounds for the set of 4. And I've got this, anyway, you'll see it. The most important wheels for rolling it around on the shop and on the job. They're better to have the bench lower or as close to the ground as possible, because when I'm on the job with my finish tools, I'm on a plywood floor or garage floor. I'm not out in the dirt or bouncing up a dirt driveway or a gravel driveway. That never, not once. I never ever need to do that. So having them lower, I've discovered, when I drop them down one wheel at a time, I don't have the cart with the weight on it, with the tools on it, dropping as far. I'm discovering that I like the wheels down and the cart up and constantly mobile, even though it does add a little movement if I push on it. I'm just finding that I use it that way. But when I am, doing heavy routing and I'm pushing, or if I'm going to plane something, that's when I want to drop it on the floor. The saw stop, this is the big saw, the heaviest saw you're going to put on, and I have it working. On the tool bench, on the Smart Station, it works fine because I've got weight on it. But on the Smart Bench, if I don't have anything else on it, and that happens sometimes, then I've got this almost 90 pounds cantilevered out here. It's going to have this nice little brace that's going to go from the underside of the cradle and back. So there's going to be no bolts, no locking it down. It's just going to snap in. When there's weight on the table saw, it's going to be transferring it back to the cart, which of course has the bench and everything on it. So it should create this really strong, stable platform. It's coming along really well. And I've got a lot of projects to do. I've got a whole board of projects that I want to finish up and make videos on. And I am making some progress through those. But this is really critical. I've got to get the cart done first because I'm going to be doing those other projects on top of that. I've just found it to be essential for my production every day to be able to move those benches around to, at the end of the day, I can just leave everything set up and push them over in the corner. And also it helps me when I'm vacuuming, cleaning up, I can just push them out of the way and vacuum. So that's why I'm focusing on those. And then also the cradles at the same time, kind of going back and forth, dialing each one in. The cradles actually become even more critical now that I'm rolling them around because I want the tools actually attached to the bench. Sometimes you want to be in a hurry and get done. And I understand that. I feel the same thing. Personal pressure to finish a project. It is best sometimes, even if you finish something, to look at it and study it and think if you can improve it even incrementally. I don't mean to go for perfection. Perfection is the enemy of the good. But get it, dialing it in just a little bit. And if you see something, and I should have done that, a lot of times it's worth stepping back, taking it apart, and making those adjustments. If you enjoy these vlogs, dropping in and seeing what's going on in the Smart Woodshop, be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss one of these. You stay safe and have a great day.